Hey guys, welcome to a new video. So today I am switching things up a little bit. I'm going to be sharing a get ready with me using new makeup products. There are several new makeup launches that just hit the market and I can't wait to dive right in and test these. I haven't even used them yet. So this is also going to be a first impressions type of video. So let's take a break from skincare and focus on new makeup. So I have some new lippies from YSL. I also have a new skin tint from Milk Makeup that actually hasn't even launched yet. This may be launched by the time you see this video. It may not. It just depends when I upload this. Regardless, I'm going to have everything linked below for you. I also have a new mascara to share, a new blush, a new concealer. I have a lot of goodies here, so let's just dive right into everything. Now, before I move on, I've had some requests to share my current makeup look. The makeup look that I have been wearing a lot in my most recent YouTube videos. So if you would like to see my current everyday makeup look, please let me know in the comments below and I can always film that tutorial at a later date. So do let me know, but in the meantime, I would really appreciate it if you could kindly give this video a thumbs up and if you could also subscribe and ring that notification bell. So let's start off with the new Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Gel Tint. I am honestly the most excited for this because I love a good skin tint, but this has a gel formulation and honestly I don't believe I've ever tried anything that has that gel formula for a skin tint. This is also supposed to provide your skin with 12 hours of hydration. It comes in 15 shades. I have it in the shade 4, which has a warm undertone, but I also have it in the shade 5. I didn't bring shade 5 in here because honestly, I believe it's going to be way too dark for my fair skin. I am truly at my fairest right now. I haven't even been self-tanning and I'm almost questioning whether this is going to work. I guess we'll find out. But this product also has niacinamide, squalene, and aloe water. It also contains a hyaluronic acid complex, which means that this contains 3 types of hyaluronic acids to hydrate and plump the skin, as well as blue agave extract, which keeps makeup gripped on for up to 12 hours to prevent creasing and fading. So that's really interesting. Now, they also came out with a new foundation brush. So of course, I am going to use this along with the gel tint, and this is going to launch on February 28th. Okay, so I'm gonna put some on the back of my hand because I don't want to go right in on my face in case this is too dark. I just don't want to apply too much. So let's apply a little amount here. And again, I'm going to use the Milk Makeup foundation brush. I'm going to have to bring out my mirror here so that I can see what I'm doing. So I'm just going to stipple it into my skin. And actually, this might be a really nice match. Maybe a smidge on the dark side, but we'll see once I apply it everywhere. So far it's giving that nice light coverage. You can see how nice and dewy my skin looks already. Of course, I've done skincare prior to, and I did apply sunscreen a few hours ago. So all of that has been nicely absorbed into the skin. But I do have some freckles and they are still shining through, which I don't mind. I actually like to embrace them. I'm all about more of that natural look where your skin still shines through, and this product will truly do that if you love that type of complexion. Okay, so I'm just going to apply a little bit more on the back of my hand here. So I'm just gonna do 1/2 of my face just so that you can see the difference once I'm all done, and then we can compare sides. Now this does have that gel feel. It actually feels kind of cooling when you apply it to your skin, and my skin just looks so healthy. It truly is that nice natural dewy finish where it just looks like your skin but better, and I really love that. Now, I don't usually put skin tints or foundations underneath my eyes because I don't like to apply too much underneath the eye area, but I will put a little bit just to see what it looks like. Okay, So that's what it looks like. That is absolutely beautiful. I really love this. We'll see if this is going to tone down a little bit once it dries down, but that's the side without it, and that's the side with. So you can still see my freckles shining through. The redness that I had on my chin is basically gone. So you could build this up definitely to a medium coverage, but I'm really loving this light coverage right now. This is really beautiful. I also really like this brush. It's nice and dense, but still fluffy, and it's really applying the skin tint so nicely and evenly across the skin. So I love that, because normally I use the It Cosmetics foundation brush, the one that's double-ended. I always use that, or sometimes I will use a beauty blender. I kind of gotten away from the beauty blender. I've been really enjoying foundation brushes, and this one is really nice. That is so beautiful. So again, this is shade 4. This is perfect. Shade 5 will most likely be the best for the summer months. I might even have to up a shade from 5. I don't know. We'll wait till the summer gets here. Wow. This is going to be my go-to for sure. Love that dewy finish. It evened everything out, and it just gives that nice healthy glow. Of course, if you don't love this glow, you can always powder up in certain areas, but my skin just looks so healthy. So I'm just gonna do my brows real quickly. I don't have a new brow product to share in this video, but the one that I have been using and loving is the Lawless Shape Up Soft Fill Brow Pencil. I have it in the shade Oak, and I really love this. This is honestly one of the best brow pencils I've ever used. It glides on so nicely. It has that nice longevity, like it doesn't wear off. It transfers onto your skin so nicely where you don't have to push hard to dispense the product. And this is honestly the best shade match as well, which sometimes it's really hard to find a brow product that actually matches your brows. So usually I will go like one shade lighter than my brows, because if I go too dark, then it's really noticeable. But this is dead on, and I really love this product a lot. So the next product is the new Kosas Revealer Extra Bright Serum Powdered Color Correctors for dark circles. Now, I know that I don't have dark circles, and this was gifted to me, and I love a good bright under eye. I know I don't need it. My under eyes are pretty bright naturally, and usually on a daily I wouldn't grab for this because again, I don't need it. But for the sake of this video, I thought that I would try it just in case if you were looking at these and you wanted to see what it looks like. I have it in the shade Magic, which is pink for very light to light skin tones. And then of course there are 4 other deeper shades depending on your skin tone. So obviously this is the one that I'm going to be going with because I am at my fairest right now. So if I were to apply anything darker, it would just look really funny. But this definitely has a pinky tone to it. So I won't need much here. I'm just going to apply the littlest amount. Although I don't have dark circles, I do have a little bit of discoloration in the inner corner of my eye where I do pull some purpley tones. This could still be beneficial. And that is really pink. But let's just see how it looks underneath my eyes because again, I have not tried this yet. And I always apply under eye concealers and products with my finger just because I just find it melts into the skin a lot nicer with the warmth of your finger, and I have more control and I can blend it in a lot better. So that truly just melted right into my skin. I don't know if you see a difference. I see a slight difference, maybe a little bit brighter, but it went on really nice. It is super hydrating, and I don't think something like this is going to crease. Like a little bit truly goes a long way. So let's just do the other side here. Of course, you can bring this onto your eyelids as well if they are discolored, which my lids are. They are quite veiny. But wow, that just melts right in, and it's so hydrating like I said. I love that. So I may not use this all the time, but I will grab for this on those days where maybe I'm looking a little tired. I need a little bit more brightness underneath my eyes. This did a really good job, and I can see the difference. What do you think? Do you think it's too bright? I don't know. I like it. But of course, we're going to put a concealer on top of this to tone it down. But you really wouldn't need to if you can find one that is your shade. You wouldn't have to use a concealer on top if you don't want. But in my situation here, we're gonna tone this down a little bit. So for concealer, I'm gonna go in with the Kosas one. I have it in the shade 2.5C. I really love the Kosas concealers. I've talked about these in the past. They really are one of my favorites, and they have that nice full coverage, longevity, and they don't make your under eyes look worse. You know how some concealers can make your under eyes look really crepey and dry looking? I don't get that with the Kosas brand, and I'm just always so impressed with this concealer. So I'm just going to apply the littlest amount, and then of course use my finger again to blend. And this concealer is also very hydrating. That is the one thing that I love with the Kosas brand. All of their products I find are so nice on the skin. They don't dry out the skin. I am somebody that has combination skin. I'm also very acne prone as well, but I do get quite dry in the inner corner of my eyes, especially during the winter months. So not only do I use a lot of hydrating products underneath my eyes for skincare, but I'm always looking for makeup products that are hydrating as well to keep the skin nice and moisturized, plump, and just obviously look at its best. Okay, I just had to come up close to show you what my skin is looking like with that milk gel tint. Honestly, I am loving this look. It has dried down a little bit, but as you can see, it still has that nice dewy finish. So it's not going to dry down too much, I don't think. So if you don't love this, then you will want to apply a setting powder. And I am gonna be going in with the setting powder, but I'm not gonna be touching any of this. I'm just gonna be setting underneath my eyes and my eyelids. But I just wanted to show you what my skin looks like before I start adding more things onto my face. But my skin just feels so hydrated. It's not sticky. It doesn't feel heavy or anything. It just feels like my skin. It feels really good. All right, so for the next product, I'm gonna be using the new Kosas setting powder. I have two here. So this is in Translucent Candy, which has that pinky tone, and this is in Translucent Buttery, which is more of that yellow. Now, you're gonna want to pick based on skin tone here. This is truly more for those that have that medium skin tone. I'm not there yet. Maybe in the summer, I could probably get away with this, but I think this is going to be my best bet today since I am at my fairest, and because I already used the Kosas Revealer Under Eye Corrector that had that pinky tone, I should probably stick with that pinky tone. Now let me just read up on this because honestly I haven't done it, and this is going to provide a natural finish, just so you know. So it is a talc-free, ultra translucent 12-hour setting and baking powder that visibly blurs, brightens, and sweeps away shine, not glow. So that's really nice to know. So if you hate your shine, but you still want your skin to be glowy, apparently it's going to remain glowy. We'll see. We'll see what the under eyes look like after I use this. The bamboo stem extract that's in here is going to absorb excess sebum, so skin feels soft and fresh. So like I said, I'm not going to be applying this all over my face because generally I don't. I just use setting powders, normally just underneath my eyes, my eyelids, and maybe a little bit around my mouth and nose. So I'm gonna go in with the pink shade, which is Translucent Candy. So let me see if I can peel back this sticker. Oh, there we go. I love that sound. So let me close this up so that I can get some powder. So I'm just going to lightly pat that in. Okay. Honestly, it's not that different from what I've used in the past. So let's just add a little bit more. Okay, so this is a little messy. So if you're thinking about purchasing this, it can be a little messy. I do like this little lid here, which is great. Now, I do see a little bit of that pinky tone on my skin, which is okay. I mean, like, it's not something that I look for in a setting powder necessarily, but it will help to give that nice little brightness underneath your eyes if you're looking for that. But if you have a setting powder that you love at home, I don't think you need to go out and purchase this. Like, this isn't giving me that wow factor. I mean, it's nice, but I don't think it's like wow amazing, if that makes sense. But it's doing a good job setting my under eyes, and again, it's giving that nice natural finish, which I do like. Now, if you are someone that does like to bake, then I think these would be a great option. You're getting a lot of product, but it is quite pigmented as well, especially if you are applying it quite heavy onto the skin. I'm not somebody that bakes my skin, so I would never do this, but if you are someone that quite enjoys doing that, then I think this would be a really nice option. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of bronzer before I move on to the blush. I don't have a new bronzer to share with you today, and I always love a good creamy bronzer, especially the one from Makeup by Mario, but lately I've actually been going back to powdered bronzer. I don't know why, I just thought of it one day and now I'm hooked again. So I'm gonna go in with one of my old favorites. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Film Star Bronze and Glow palette. So I've had this for quite a while, but it's truly one of my favorite powdered bronzers, and I just really love it. So I'm just going to slightly warm up my skin just a little bit. I don't feel right skipping bronzer sometimes. I feel like there are days where I don't feel like wearing it, but then I just find that my makeup look looks funny if I skip bronzer. So if I just put a little bit, then it just gives me that extra little pop that I'm looking for. And it does make a big difference when you do add a little bit of warmth to your skin. And I need it because I am truly at my fairest, and I honestly can't wait until spring. Like, bring on the warmth, bring on the sunshine. I can't stand this winter anymore. Like, our winters here in Canada are so long. I've had it. Like, I've literally had it. So I'm gonna do my eyes first before I move on to blush, because that's generally what I do in my makeup routine. I am gonna be using the Naked Urban Decay palette. Now, this was the very first palette that I ever purchased when I started purchasing makeup at Sephora, like several years ago. And then, what was it, like a couple years ago, or maybe more than that, they discontinued the first Naked palette. And I cherished my original one up until about a year or so ago, and then I just decided to get rid of it. But this is a fresh palette because last year they brought these back, and of course I had to grab it. So I'm going to use the old colors that I used to use, and this is honestly bringing back so many memories. Like, this was my go-to palette. So I'm actually gonna go in with the shade Sin, which is kind of like a champagne type of shade, I guess. And oh my goodness, it's applying just how I remember it. So remember, I haven't even used this palette since I got it last year. Isn't that terrible? I just thought, okay, I'm gonna put it aside, and when I'm ready to use it, I will pull it out. And I thought this is the perfect video for it. So even though this is not exactly new, it's just a new experience again for me. And I just absolutely love this palette so much. It was honestly the best palette that Urban Decay ever released. In my opinion anyways. And I always wore shade Sin on the lid, and I also brought a little bit of it underneath that brow bone as well, and in the inner corner. So let's do that. Let's recreate my old look here. And then for the crease, I always went in with shade Naked, which is like the lightest brown shade. And I just threw that all in the crease here. Do you guys hear that? Somebody is outside snow blowing, and it literally snowed like 3 days ago, and people are still snow blowing. clearing from the biggest snowfall that we've had in a few years. We have so much snow outside, it's disgusting. Like, it really is. I mean, it's really beautiful to look at, but I'm just so tired of it now. Like, bring on green grass. I am just not a winter type of gal. I just do not like winter. Love the snow for the holiday season, but then once January 1st comes, bring on spring. That's the way that I am. And I'm gonna bring that same color underneath the lower lash line as well. Now that's all I'm gonna do for this eye look today. Of course, I will be doing mascara, but I used to apply shade Buck, which is the next deepest brown on the outer corner of the eye, and then I used to like smoke it and wing it out. I used to create so many looks with this palette, and I'm so glad that I opened it up for this video. So now this is going to be my everyday palette. I can't wait. But yeah, let me know if you used to use this. Let me know if you still have it. Did you purchase it last year, or do you still have like the original? Let me know. So I'm just going to curl my lashes with the Shiseido lash curler. This is honestly the best lash curler I've ever used. They are not all made the same, and this one just gives great volume and curl. I just really love it so much. Now I'm going in with the new Lancome Lash Idole Flutter Extension Mascara. I am really excited about this because the Lancome Lash Idole Mascara is my holy grail. I use it all the time. They recently came out with shade brown, which I'm a big fan of. And I just feel like Lancome has some of the best mascara formulations on the market. So I have high hopes for this. But this is in the shade black, and this is an instant lash boosting mascara that delivers up to 75% visible length for lashes that flutter to extreme lengths. So let's give this a go. This one actually has a slender brush, so this might be a little bit more precise. Maybe we'll get more length this way. I don't know. Let's test it out. So I'm just going to apply a little bit here just to see what it does. I don't like to apply too much mascara because I don't love that heavy look, but let's just see what a light application does. And if I have to, then I will apply more as needed. So it's definitely going on really nicely. It's keeping the lashes separate and feathery, which I really love. I hate lashes that are all clumped together. And this is actually keeping them nice and separated. It's also giving great length as well. Okay, that gave great length and separation. Look at the difference here. So let's do the other side. That is absolutely beautiful. Honestly, I think I like this better than the original Lash Idole mascara. I like this brush head so much better because it's very slender and it really gets in there, and you can really work it like at the root of the lash, and it just gives great length and separation. And sometimes it's really hard to get in the inner corner of the eye with the mascara wand, and this is doing a great job to coat every single lash. Okay, I totally forgot to set my brows. I'm actually gonna go in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is the Brow Freeze, right? Yeah, Brow Freeze gel. And I'm just going to lightly set them and just brush them up so they're a little bit feathery and they're sticking upward. I'm not really into that lamination look anymore. I truly love that feathery look just so that it just gives more fullness to the brows. So now let's move on to adding some more color to the cheeks. This is the new Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Niacinamide Dewy Flush. So they actually don't call this a blush, but it's a blush in my books. It adds color, and I can't wait to try this. Now, I have two shades. I believe they only have two shades right now. So this is in the shade Berry Flush, and this is in Watermelon Flush. I think for today's look, I'm gonna go with Watermelon Flush just because, again, I'm at my fairest. I think that this would be really nice once I have more of a tan. I mean, maybe not. Maybe this would be really good for this time of year, but this one's calling my name right now, so I'm gonna use this one. And apparently they're supposed to smell just like the Watermelon Glow Niacinamide Dewdrops. Apparently it's supposed to smell the exact same. Oh, it's got a really big doe foot. Oh my goodness. It smells just the same. Like, it smells like you want to eat it. It truly smells like candy. Actually, I think it smells better than the Niacinamide Dewdrops. I really do. So let me get my mirror here because I don't know how pigmented this is going to be. So let's just do one little dot. That might be a little bit too much, but let's just see what we can work with here. So I'm just going to lightly stipple that into the skin, and oh my goodness, it is pretty sheer. Like, it's pigmented, but it's also sheer at the same time. That is beautiful. I can see why they call this flush instead of blush, because it truly gives the most natural flush to the skin, and I wouldn't apply any more than this. I think that this is the perfect amount. Of course, you can build it up if you do like more of that rosiness, but that is really nice. And of course, it is giving that little dewy finish as well, so it's adding to what I already had with that Milk Makeup tint. That's really, really pretty. It just blends so nicely. It's not patchy at all. It just blends and spreads so nicely. And it's working really well with everything else that I have underneath, like my skincare, the Milk Makeup, obviously that powdered bronzer that I had. It just applies so nicely. And I'm a big fan of liquid blushes. I used to really love powdered blushes, but I just feel like liquid or cream blushes just give more of that natural look and allows your skin to look like your skin, but better. It's just more natural, and this is really, really nice. What do you guys think? It just gives that perfect little flush as if it was my own flush. Okay, so really love that. That is super impressive. I kind of want to see what this looks like on the back of my hand. So it's definitely deeper. Let me compare with the two colors and let me show you. Okay, yeah, there's quite the difference here. It's a little deceiving when you see it with the packaging, but that's the difference there. So of course, if you had a deeper skin tone, this would look absolutely beautiful. But honestly, I feel like any skin tone can use either shade. It just depends on what your preference is, but let's try to spread that out a little bit, and then let's spread this side out. Can we even tell? Did I just ruin that? There we go. That shade is actually really nice. I probably could have gotten away with that, but for some reason, I'm just more drawn to shades like this, but that is the two side by side. You can use this on your lips as well. I'm not gonna do that today because I have the YSL to try, but of course you could use this on your lips paired up with a lip liner, but I hope they venture out more into the makeup category because this here is beautiful. So I'm gonna add a little bit of highlight. This is the brand Typology. This is their illuminator that has vitamin C and aloe vera. So you can actually use this as an all over before going in with foundation, or you can just use this to highlight certain areas on your face or even on your body for that matter. So this is the Glow Drops, and it says to shake before use. Mix 2 to 3 drops with your day cream. Oh, so you can mix it in with your cream or apply it to your face. I'm sure you could probably mix this in with your foundation as well if you really wanted to. So this is really cute packaging. It has a little nice dropper. So let me just put a little bit on the back of my hand here. And I'm just going to use my finger to add that to the tops of my cheeks. Oh, that's really nice. It's like a serum, but it's not too pigmented where it actually looks like you have highlight on. It's just giving that extra glow and sheen that I personally love. So there's no pigment really on my skin tone. So it's just going to look more natural. I think any skin tone could use this. And that is beautiful. It just gives that extra little pop to the cheeks. So I'm gonna add a little bit here, a little bit here. Of course, you could use this on your eyes if you wanted to, like underneath that brow bone. But that's really nice. That's really impressive. Now they have a lot of skincare products and I'm going to be trying a bunch of stuff from Typology. So stay tuned. But let me know if you've tried this brand and what are your favorite products. I would love to hear your thoughts. This is the very first product that I've ever tried from Typology. They also sent me a skin tint as well as a blush. I haven't tried those yet, but this was the first thing that I've tried, and so far I am really impressed. That just gave that extra little pop of glow that I'm looking for. So let's complete the look with a lip, because honestly I can't stand not having anything on my lips right now. So I have a few products from YSL here, but I really want to try the YSL Love Shine Candy Glow. This is a sheer shine color and care lip balm. And generally when I use products like this, I always pair them up with a lip liner because it just gives more fullness. But then at the same time, if I'm trying something new, I really don't know the true color unless I skip a lip liner. So I'm going to skip my traditional lip liner today and I'm gonna go right in with this product. So this is actually in the shade Nude, which is 44B. That's the code, I guess. And let's just go right in and see what it looks like. Okay, it's definitely sheer. So I could have gotten away with applying a lip liner for sure. But you know what? Sometimes not having a lip liner is also really nice as well. So again, this is in shade Nude 44B, and it honestly smells like watermelon. Yeah, it smells like watermelon. Oh my God, is this like a watermelon day? We have the watermelon flush, we have the watermelon lip tint. This is really nice. YSL makes some of the nicest lip products. Yes, they're not cheap. They can be quite expensive. The packaging is also really cute and beautiful, but this is actually a really nice pinky shade for every day. I think anybody could truly wear this shade. And this is actually like a really nice Valentine's Day look, is it not? I probably should have filmed this video before Valentine's Day. Like, this is so cute with all the pink going on. But that is my makeup look using new makeup. What do you guys think? What is your favorite product that I've used in today's video? I think my favorite product, well, I have a few. Can I mention a few because I can't just pick one? I really love the Milk Makeup Skin Tint. My second favorite is definitely the blush or flush. That was really nice, and I love this lip. I think those are my three favorite new makeup products that I applied to my face today. I will come up closer just so that you can see how everything is blending and meshing together. You can see that that skin tint did tone down a little bit. My skin doesn't look greasy or oily. It just looks nice and glowy and natural. And I just love how everything ties in together. So I really hope that you enjoyed today's video. I had a lot of fun creating this makeup look with all of you. And if you would like to see more content like this, please give this video a thumbs up and let me know in that comment section. Have you tried any of these new makeup products yet? Do you plan on trying something? And what is your favorite product that I applied to my skin today? Let's get a conversation going. But as always, I will have everything that I shared in today's video linked below for you for your reference. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And of course, I will see you all in the next video. Take care, and I will see you all then. Bye, guys.